Okay, guys, hello. It's time for EdCasting. It's me, Ed, and the other one is up or down is rock. Don't know yet. And today we're going to be talking about skeleton bases, the original skeleton bases. And actually, that's an idea from one of our patrons. I think it's the real fake Ed was the originator in that, and that's around over 4 years ago. And the idea was that to have something easier to build because of a lot of people like to build, but the problem is beginning to build from empty screens, like you have a blank paper to start writing something, it's completely crazy. And the idea came from there, and now Rock can tell what it actually is that he does, and we go from there and then talk how amazing it is.
Yeah, so this is like a really interesting topic for me. I've been excited about this one for a while, but yeah, like Ed said, it came by then. Um, I've been not toying with the idea, but kind of, thinking about how I could teach people to build because, I've been building for what's not 9, 10 years now. And during that time, yeah, of course, we've had success with ITD and then competitive and all our Patreon, excuse me, and all that stuff. Um, and a lot of the time, the question was, how can I learn to build bases? Like, I want to build bases. I think it's fun. I think it's cool. I want to do my own stuff, all that. And every single time I would say the same thing. Like, look, just take a base, a successful base from a war, from a clan, whatever. Just a base you like that worked well, that maybe defended you. You can crack. Take a look at the singular compartments of that base, right? So let's say you have a town hall and an inferno behind it and a CC behind there. So you look at that and okay, this is what kind of messed up my attack. And then you go, okay, so if I make this compartment like this way, then I have to make the other one in this and this. And as you can see by Ed's face right now, that's a complicated way of looking at it.
Yeah,
So when
I have
the
a lot of things to say now. I'm just waiting for you to end the nerding.
So when he came up with the idea of let's just make, kind of a wall pattern, maybe some of the main defenses on there, and then let people figure out the rest. It was a phenomenal idea because that way I can make sure that the defenses that need to be in a certain way can be in that way because that's how it works best. And at the same time, still leaves you some freedom for adding everything else and toying around and then even mess with the wall patterns and stuff like that. So yeah,
But
I could.
I think the coolest part of with that is that you kind of cannot mess it up. That's the main thing. So if you start doing the wall patterns yourself, it will take hours to do that if
Mm,
you don't know how to do it and stuff. But in this case, with the original skeleton bases, and we call them original because everybody's going to be copying the ideas and they already have and trying, but that's why we are the original ones. So
yeah.
it's you just spend like I think I need to time how long it would take me to do that, but I think I can probably finish a base in maybe 10, 15 minutes. I would say.
It
I
should be
think.
possible. Yeah, it should be
Yeah, because
possible.
you can then, and it doesn't kind of matter because the only thing is that it's going to be completely unique and it's faster to build, and you can use the same template, the same original space to build a couple of ones because they can be always different. And if there is five guys building from the same things, everything will be different because the traps are different, everything is different. And I think that's the coolest part is that you kind of cannot mess it up and you get the sense that you build it. And I think all of this 4 years I probably have built maybe once or twice because I love the sense of building. I adore it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, if you take a skeleton base and then put all the traps in the corner, it's probably not gonna do too well, right? But as you
But
said,
unless some
um,
idiot attacks from the corner.
oh well, yeah,
I'm not
that's
so
next
sorry I
level
said idiot.
thinking.
Maybe
Yeah.
can we say idiot? Idiot is fine, I think it's kosher.
I think that's a medical term, right? Hope so. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah. So bar
Uh,
doing that, I think
Cancelled.
it's gonna it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to screw it up too much.
Yeah.
That's because one thing is the best thing is I would rather say is you can keep the big buildings there, right? So when you get a skeleton base, the town hall, the infernos, the monolith, the eagle, the scatter shots, a couple other things are gonna be there set. You don't have to do much with them. And if you're a beginner, this is your first time looking at a base, trying to build. You've been in Clash for maybe a year or two. You want to start it. It's great because you have the important things done, and you can add the smaller ones, toy around there, and then try to kind of grasp the whole concept of how you build a base.
Would there be like idea like let's say I have several archer towers have cannons. Is it
Yeah.
good to kind of pair an archer tower and a cannon together with an air defense, or then have this kind of symmetry of having some of the air defenses here and there on the base, or then is there any kind of these some easy patterns to help the process, or just like of course it's not smart to
Yeah.
put five
Of,
like four air
okay,
defenses
yeah,
in a
yeah, yeah.
row.
No, of course, that's a good point. Exactly. Like if you have air defenses already placed, then the first thing with your archer towers would be make sure you have your air coverage, right? So
Yeah.
the air defenses have quite a big range. They're gonna cover, quite a big part of the base and the trash buildings, more importantly, because that's where you funnel, right? If you leave an elixir collector just unchecked there, you can pop one minion on and that's gonna destroy the building, and that could possibly set a funnel for basically two spaces, right? So use archer towers to maybe cover your trash
So
buildings
arch
with
towers to
air.
cover trash is a good thing that we could say.
Yeah,
Like one of the
definitely,
things.
yeah.
Let's say about the black bombs near the air defenses or not.
I would say in this meta, no. In this meta, because you don't have that much Lalo, right? And
Okay.
even when there is Lalo, you're not gonna defend or lose the defense over, a hound popping earlier. Not in most cases anyway. So for now, black bombs are probably gonna be focused on stopping blimps, right? And for that, you're just gonna have to, check the base. What blimp is gonna give you much value? Is it gonna be a Blizzard or a Super Archer clone? Is it just going to be a Yeti blimp to, pull a CC or maybe grab a town hall or stuff like that? So yeah, seeking air mine traps, I would say are much more complex than other things just because they can make or break a defense, but they are pretty hard to place correctly because you need some knowledge about attacking,
But in a
right? So,
sense, now you would say that it's better to forget the Lalos and everything. Forget that. The only thing you
oh,
should be
100%,
trying
yeah.
to do is get the blimp, and
Yep.
the black bomb air mines are just simply for that. Is
Even
get the blimps.
Even with the Lalo, you're gonna
Yeah.
see a lot of, especially Zap Lalo, Higher Legends League, they're gonna use mostly blimps for town halls,
Yeah.
especially with the Central's town hall that's popular now. It's gonna be mostly blimps for town hall. If you can stop that blimp,
Yeah,
a
that's
town
where
hall
the
is,
or complicated though. Just leave it a bit behind so it
yeah,
doesn't hit
yeah,
the
yeah,
exact target.
exactly. If you can
Yeah,
do that, then you're looking at, potential one stars because especially Zap Lalo, you're using all your spells at the beginning, not much left. So if you miss the town hall with your blimp, maybe waste a freeze there for the blimp, it's gonna be hard. So yeah,
yeah,
that's some more detailed stuff right there.
yeah. Because that's what I do when I send my blimp. I use the lava behind before that,
Exactly, yeah.
and just to see if there are the black ones because I need to get that. And usually, if the town hall is unreachable, I don't go for it. I take something other compartment and then go with the heroes to the
Yeah.
town hall. Even finish with the Lalu there. I don't or just the loons there to take that with the warden. But and yeah, that's interesting. Okay, that's interesting.
Is that
What about skellies, ground or
you're
air?
in the mind of a base builder now, so it's
Yeah,
gonna be some weird stuff popping up. The skeleton spells, yeah, the
yeah,
skeleton spells I've done probably 90%, if not more, ground.
okay.
I think they are better right now, even just like you said right now for Lalo. It's gonna be you're gonna try to grab 40, 50, 60% of the base with your heroes and skeletons against the Barbarian King Royal Champion, like I think we talked about last episode.
Yeah.
They're gonna be annoying, right? So
Yeah, their
that's
apps,
that's
they can be so annoying, and
yeah,
it takes such a long time. And especially
exactly.
if you don't use the spawned barbarians with the king, even the ability won't help you. It's gonna
Yep.
be a complete and utter stop there.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
So, and it's a big difference. You can put a skeleton spell, I'm sorry, not a skeleton spell, a skeleton trap next to a defense that you want to protect. I think, scatter shots, infernos, whatever, or something that comes to mind. And you will stop, a hero from grabbing that defense with a well-placed skeleton spell. Of course, if, the compartment is the way it needs to be. But, an inferno tower or even a scatter shot staying up for a kill squad means more often than not, especially for something like a Lalo, that's going to be a defense, right? Because a scatter shot and Inferno is just going to damage loons too much. So Yeah, skeleton spells extremely important. Will definitely ruin a raid.
Yeah, and I think we should actually share one skeleton base on our Discord just to celebrate this episode, and also we should then also share a build for the lazy sea people who don't want to build at all because we
For all
support the
the
laziness. And
for all the
this is
ads,
actually
yeah.
what Patreon is for. If you don't want to build anything, go there. I actually, I have to admit, I was once so lazy that I didn't even set bases from Patreon. I spent weekly time to publish them. I
Dude,
didn't set them. Now I set one base each time I publish. I set it for myself. I published bases yesterday.
I
I
think
did that. I have a fresh war base. I have a fresh push base every week. I'm now using what I preach.
I think that we were gonna be covering that in the next episode a little bit more, yeah. But Ed used to be so lazy. Then in back in the ITD times, we had some issues with him setting bases and using attacks and stuff in some pretty big wars. But yeah, more to come, I guess.
Yeah,
But exactly like you said, if you're a lazy see, then I don't think there's a better way for you to one get a base. Click on
yeah.
the link, activate it. That's it. You're done. It's five
And
seconds, two
And
clicks.
honestly, I see the difference in defenses if I swap the base weekly or then every 3 weeks or whatever.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
immediately get the percentages on pushing will go lower, and the amount of triples will be lower. And I'm talking
Especially,
about like 500, 5,500 range around there, and
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
what makes a huge difference in your stuff. You'll because all of you haven't watched all the masterclass yet or you haven't joined them, and you completely suck at attacking. So you're gonna be anywhere from 180 to 2020 or something like that. If you get hit 280 on defense every time, it's pushing down.
Yeah.
So if you
Ex-
get your attacking to 250 and your defense is to lower 200s, you're gonna be
you
pushing
might
up.
you might
Yeah.
climb a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly like you
And then
said.
you climb up to 5.8 and then you're just gonna go down because
Then you're
it's
gonna
gonna
get
be
300, yeah.
380s.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
320s, 100%, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, Legends right now is pretty unforgiving on defense, so changing your bases often is extremely important. That's why we do have the hardcore push tier
Yeah.
bases. You get final two weeks of the season because that final stretch is gonna be hard. And you have four bases to change in those last 2 weeks because you should definitely at least twice a week change your push base if you're trying to go any decent numbers in Legends, right?
Yeah.
So I would
And I
say
think
I would recommend more often, but yeah, at least twice a
yeah,
week would be
twice a
better.
week.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
Mm.
I'll stay now once a week. That's baby steps, bro. Baby steps.
Baby steps, yeah. You go
Baby
from not
steps. Yeah.
changing for 7 months to maybe once a week. I think that's progress.
Yeah. No, it's 7 months. It was like once a month or here and there.
Oh yeah, once a month. In Clash years, that's pretty much 27 years or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, I like this idea. I like this idea. So I would encourage like now when we publish these skeleton base that people actually try and also post your builds to the Discord and try it out because I think you will love the idea of doing the skeleton bases if you're even hint into a bit of competitive because to have a unique base because let's say there is some Patreon tiers where there's 50 people the bases will be shared to those so immediately they will have so basically they have a lifespan of a couple of days there because they will be spread then, of
Mm.
course, you have the burn base, everything will catch up on internet. So, to truly have a unique base, it is to build it yourself or then order customs. But there's also a problem of when you need them, is it available, the price, everything. So,
Yeah.
skeleton bases are the cure. If you have a competition coming, you can actually build 3, 4 bases for yourself that nobody else knows. That's it.
Especially when you
Yeah.
get to a point where you get more used to building, right? And I do encourage all of our Patreons to do the same. A skeleton base, look, it's gonna be set up in the best way for someone that doesn't understand too much base building. But at the same time, when you get better, when you start getting your own ideas, you might like something specific in a skeleton base, you can change up the rest of the base. You can change up wall patterns. You can change the main buildings that are already set. If you get to that level where you understand Clash more, you understand the AI, you have a specific army you want to defend or a clan that likes to use a specific style of attack or whatever. I think that's the biggest beauty of it, because it can range from, pure beginner. I'm new at Clash. I've been attacking for a year. I don't know much. So I get the skeleton. I have, the main building set and all that stuff. And you can go from that to, I want to compete. I've built 10 bases this week. I'm running out of the ideas. I need something new, fresh, something different. And you get a skeleton base and you're like, oh, this area looks great. This area might be vulnerable to this style of attack that our opponents use. Maybe I can switch it up here, and then you can move. You can basically do whatever you want, and I think that's the real beauty
And I think
behind
this
it.
is
Just
also to be a good clan member because, like, I know a lot of clan leaders, and it's the most awful job one can have is to lead a clan because you have basically 50 people. Oh no, worse is leading a clan family because then you have a lot of clans full of a lot of lazy people. So you need to give them bases, you need to do everything. They don't even attack on wars, it's all of that. So to be a good clan member is to have a fresh base so you're always ready there, and then occasionally 3-star and don't, suck suck less. So if you're in the
pretty
bottom
much, yeah.
of your clan on everything, and if you move to the edge, like the middle or upper middle class, it's an upper middle class is life is nice. Is to
Life
be
is
upper
nice, yeah.
middle class. Yeah, suck
Exactly,
less, and
agreed.
also you'll feel better. And today, of
That's
all the
that's the
gamer
whole
girls,
point,
maybe
right?
even a
Yeah.
girl will talk to you because you know how to attack. Or you can tell a girl that I know how to build from original Skelly bases.
That gets
That's
all
the
the
pickup
ladies. I
line.
confirm. I got married like a week ago, so I confirm that
Exactly.
it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely works.
Yeah, definitely works. I think it's it for or I think this is a good episode. I like this one.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I knew I would
Yeah.
enjoy it. I nerd out a little bit, so that's always nice.
Malo.
A little bit. Oh wow, your serving is still good, man.
Yeah, so
Malo
Malo
means a little
exactly.
bit for
Yeah.
everyone that doesn't know yet. It's a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. So yeah, let's see. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Check out Patreon for the next one. Is already should be there, and go nerd out on Discord. And
Tag
that's about it
Ed,
for this
of
one.
course.
Tag. No, don't tag.
Cheers, guys.